Best of 5, first to 3 goes into the winner bracket final. It is probably the best Night Elf right now. It's always hard to say who that really is, because one week, one Night Elf is good. The other week, that Night Elf then sucks, but another Night Elf is in shape. Kaho, certainly the most mechanically gifted among the Night Elves. While he might be lacking a bit of creativity that especially the Korean Night Elves have. If he wants to win here, it's via mostly standard play and micro. Lin on the other side, of course, he can do anything. Whatever he wants to accomplish on the map, he can do. Blade Master it is, instant harass. Kaho going for a little bit of, I don't want to say greed, but a riskier creep spot. Gives him access to the Shadow Priest. Levels up the Demon to 2. Gives him a good item as well. Ancient. Ay, 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 ay. Mechanically gifted, huh? Ancient of War Creep. The Peon pulled the creeps together. It was a little bit more damage, but the Wisp was free. Maybe Kaho was somewhere else. What a start into the winner bracket semifinal. No archers, no more. This is not necessarily a problem for units, because you can go for mercenaries. Ideally, you would love to have some archers, of course, but for creeping, an Ancient of War is helpful. If there's expansions later, an Ancient of War can defend that. And of course, psychologically, that one hurts. Lin, smooth sailing towards tier 2, halfway done already, and Kaho in a bit of recovery mode. Ooh, if Lin steals the mercs now though. He sees the Ancient is gone. He's going for the Wisp to deny mercenary camp access, and now we spam, and Lin gets it! And now we have a problem. No Berserker for Kaho. No damage for Kaho. Good effing luck. How do you get level 3 now? I wonder. You don't, I guess. Can Kaho find a timing where the Demon Hunter is attacking the production buildings? Anything? Oh my god. Kaho going for the Magi, but guess who's here? It's Lin with the grunt and perfect scouting. So all the songs that we sing about Lin, all the praise about the #1 player in the world, all in full display on map 1 already, just 5 minutes in. If you don't follow the scene too much, you say, oh yeah, this player is good. And nothing really happened. Not a big fight. Not a crazy hero focus action. No body blocks, surrounds whatsoever. Just Lin on top of his game. Demon Hunter does get the level 3. We get more support. Thank you. And the Demon Hunter gets a big healing potion. So that snipe was really good. He had limited sources of damage. Mana burn, immolation was one of them. He uses it. Nice. This goes on heavy cost, as he has to use a lot of Moonwells. Ooh, deny by the creeps. But a grunt down. Shadow Hunter out. Nice inventory for Lin. Grunt in the early. You don't really want to lose, huh? Keep a second. Hunter Soul on the way. And then Bears versus Radar Walker. It feels like we're almost back to like, I don't know, 2008 on certain maps. Night Elf with Dryad Bears. Orc with Radar Walker, but we haven't seen that in a long time. It was some talents, of course, mixed in. It was lots of mass tier 1, which was, to be honest, rather boring. Mass Dryads as well. So, one of the more interesting states of the matchup. Shadow Hunter quite hurt, and Kaho can cause a lot of trouble. I like that fighting spirit here. As Kaho gets a little bit of information. Great Hall is up. Or coming up. Ring of Protection +4 is an amazing item, just like the Claws +8. This Blade Master, the big red numbers, they're coming in. Is this the first game of the day? Yes. So the Ancient of Warlords didn't actually do too much. 2 units in the early game only. Saved a lot of gold. Kaho's floating, 700. But no tier 3. He's lacking some lumber. Night Elf, a very, very, very lumber intensive race. So you gotta cut corners somewhere. Ultra Vision, very good, even though the nighttime is over. During night, Kaho has now bigger vision than his opponent. Double Berserker. This is, of course, a great source of damage versus the Dryads that are coming in. More piercing damage, more extra damage, and they have medium armor, so Dryads do less damage against them. Keeper, Demon Hunter, sharking around, going for the first radar. Nice little pickup, but the Keeper's in trouble as well with all the Ensnare. We don't have a staff yet. Keeper saves himself with an Entangle, basically the Night Elf equivalent of an Ensnare. Oh, starts with E, right? Handy. And Kaho is, I think, doing the best he can under given circumstances. He still has to do a lot about this, because Lin took that fight to cover his expo. Has the damage, slides the peons over. Might need a tower or two to protect him for the incoming push, but still no sight of a tier 3. Is Kaho of the opinion that, similar to Moon, he can out-micro Lin with Dryads only, with lots of crowd control and piercing damage. Once there's a tower here, that gets increasingly hard. Kaho did a solid job preserving Moon Juice, drops items that give him HP, drop.
Forces are under attack.
And yeah, there's no wisp missing. It's just a visual bug. We get shop control. God, this Blade Master is so scary. Heal Scroll, Invo Potion, the fighting items are there. For Kaho, at the moment, it doesn't get much better on tier 2. He has the staff up, wants the Keeper on level 2. And we'll probably get it with one more camp. And is he in fighting shape then? If you look at heroes, resources, supply, it doesn't look like Lin went for an expansion. It's all the same. Critical Strike level 2 for the inbound fight. I like it. Shop coming up. Very nice addition. Can he spread the poison now to get some damage in? Or will Lin just take the 1-0 like that? Demon Hunter catching some nets. Critical Strike for 165. Forced into the heal potion already. Raiders trying to go for a little backstab and more control to prevent the retreat of Kaho. But at the moment, they're just running around. Heal Scroll used. Heal Wave as well. This is quite expensive. Ogre Mauler, a wonderful target for more HP. XP, I mean. And the next heal wave at the ready with level 3. Beautiful game by Lin. Kaho sees no chance in that fight. Lin too far ahead. 10-minute. Easy peasy. The War Chief again, showing that he is currently the best at what we do here. And our post-game screen doesn't come up because I didn't click the connect button because it's usually automated. Ay, ay, ay. There it is. Yeah, he was far ahead after that Ancient of War loss by Kaho. And never let go. Easy as that. Great Blade Master, good shop control, tech all at the right time, and then you get a 1-0 on Echo Isles. War Chief making it look easy, as he oftentimes does against Night Elf. I remember back to the DreamHack days where things looked a little different, eh? Mass Tier 1, Keeper Craft, over and over and over again, and Lin was frustrated. Tried everything in the book, including Burning Oil Demolishers, but times, they are changing. And Lin seems unbeatable here. Only Colorful seems to have it down. And seems to have the solution. But maybe if you have an Ancient of War in the early game, things look a little different. We've seen a couple more AP pushes recently on tier 2. There was no sign of that for Kaho at all. Everybody and his mother, or their mothers, are expecting a Lin win. What gear can you throw in the wrench? It's increasingly tough for the Night Elves to get the W's in. I feel like in festive mood. So here's your Gamba. And here is your game. Lin Kaho, match 2. Wrench in the gear, not gear in the wrench. You say that. Have you tried? Game up. If Kaho doesn't win here on his first loser's choice, he's in trouble. Then he has to win 3 maps in a row. And he was able to do that versus 1-2-0. We didn't talk about that yet. He was in the lower bracket basically. He was down and out. 0-2, 1-0 in the match versus Kaho. Destroyed him in the early 2 matches. And then Kaho turned it up to 11. Took 3 maps in a row. And we do have a change here. Keeper of the Groove. With no buildings being here, there's no risk of him getting trapped, which is good. And then, of course, sticking with the Blade Master, early shop with Grunt. And on Lin's side, we might see the same. He has to be a bit more careful. Here on Autumn Leaves. Keeper with Treants can harass a lot. Maybe a more aggressive style. A little bit inspired by Sonic, who we all should follow. Chances for a Blade Master aren't that crazy high for Lin either. Fewer claws. Here's the first one though. And Kaho goes Huntress. So long tier 1 phase. Maybe is he willing to go for an expo? Lin's items continue with the claws. Latest hurt gets the selves. We get a sub. Killay22. Thank you for the 2-month. This Kaho strat is a slow build, as you need the Hunter Soul. You need to wait for that building to be finished. In the meantime, free reign for Lin on the map. And he wants to pimp the Blade Master. It looked so wonderful on Echo Isles already. Echo Isles, the map where you can find 9 claws. Apfelsinbaum with a gift sub. Let's go. Feeling in festive mood as well. I like. Blade Master hurt after that creep. Lin with 1 mistake. Grunt in proximity to the Keeper. That's an ensnare. That's also an entangle. Ay. I hope he likes, you know, that. And gets the Knight as well. Not the luckiest day for the Grunt. Getting punished hard from Kaho with the entangle. From the creeps with an ensnare. And from his own master getting denied.
A player's forces
You know?
are under attack.
For that Grunt, it was a Monday. Hunts out. That is usually quite some map control. Dodges the ensnare. This wasn't on purpose, but he dodged that ensnare beautifully. Okay, Kaho back to the 2020 strats. Keeper hunts Expo Mass. But how much wood can a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A lot. A lot of trees. This Blade Master with +8. That's all it takes. And Kaho's game is ruined again early on. There might be a plan B with an AP push, but Lin got so good at that. At scouting and defending. And I've only rarely seen AP pushes from Kaho. There's one game on Twisted Meadows where he was really creative and built 4 APs, but it's rough.
A player's forces are under attack.
Now we gotta protect this. Is End Snare enough? Oh, Keeper looks a bit out of position. This is free reign. Level 2 critical strike as grunts are creeping at the same time. And Kaho, no entangle. Mirror image to get out of it. Yeah, Lin is perfectly prepared. Sorry, Kaho. This strategy did not fool Lin at all, or did it? Block! Whisk block! Nicely done! Okay. See, I only have to start criticizing the kid. All of a sudden, it turns around. That was a nice catch. Alta was busy with the Shadow Hunter. Now that he's gone, can start producing again. Lodge on top to have early access to the spell, to the Entangle. The land! Thank you very much for the prime. Yeah, and that mirror image turned out to be a trap.
Are under attack.
Good entangles here. Keep it with that. Close to level 3. Map control for Kaho, who for the first time in this map moves aggressively. Oh, but he still gets the cancel with Serpent Wards. He moved all the way across the left-hand side of Autumn Leaves just to get the cancel, and Kaho did not expect that. So yeah, while there was a Blade Master, Kaho's strategy is heavily revolving around economy advantage. The Huns are supposed to bring you the map control alongside the Keeper of the Grove. And while you got a hero kill, the main objective of this strategy is not online, not even there. There is a second chance though. No Expo, rather tier 3 and lots of orbs and lots of upgrades.
A player's forces are under attack.
Marksmanship, Orb of Venom, all that good stuff. Kaho's hunting, splitting his forces, Keeper trying to reach via the bottom. And there's not infinite purges, uses one now to get rid of a tree, and interestingly, got the level 2 with that on the Shadow Hunter pretty precisely. Oh, Entangle at the ready. 4 points around is possible. Doesn't want to, next to a Serpent Ward. Wyvern gives a lot of vision, Wyvern gives a lot of damage, Wyvern will be rather fragile down the road. Blade Master takes care of production buildings. This is all so far so fine. Lin is buying time for more Shaman, bigger army, 50 food, second claw as well. Little lag. Hope it doesn't affect the players. Kaho was stalling time with that chase. Time for the tier 3. Lin saw this. How do you react? This is not allowed to happen, really. Oh, the backbone of this tier 3 strat is the orb. And again, mirror image. And this time he got the mana for the Windwalk. Adios. So third hero for Kaho will certainly be the bottom. This tier 3 cost a lot, reflected in low supply, low army. And the flute on Lin's side as well. Doesn't help him that much as it doesn't affect the serpent wards. And Kaho, willing to fight without his upgrades, seems a bit too early without marksmanship, without the bottom. This is still a tier 2 army for Kaho. He invested a lot into this tech. And now it doesn't work. Lin continuously to roam around. We see this usually when the Night Elf goes for an expansion and you're just about to entangle. The Blade Master does exactly that. But now, it feels like you don't even need that Blade Master in the fight. Or do you? No TP, no speed scroll either. Kaho has a chance with entangle to get a couple of kills in. Blocks himself, unfortunately. That Serpent Ward. Such a little stick, so much block. And that covers the retreat for now. So far, the only thing that Kaho got from tier 3 is marksmanship. There's so much room to grow for him still. Marksmanship, mass archers makes it so the serpent wards got a lot weaker. As its piercing damage versus medium armor, not against unarmored. But not having a shop is quite a disaster for Kaho. You can build the shops anywhere, Kaho. Go get him. And he's at 46 food, can't even go for a bottom. I don't know, guys. Archer damage is the only thing that Kaho is going for. Lin always sees the win condition, always knows when to fight, what to attack, where the Achilles heel of his opponent is. This time it was an Ancient of Wonders. Who would have thought? This was a fast tier 3 by Kaho. And the shop at 12 minutes isn't up. Unbelievable. Does the build not need an expo? You can either go 2 base tier 2 or 1 base tier 3. And if you have 2 base tier 3, then this looking really good. But yeah, it's not ideal. Mirror image again, Blade Master not the overwhelming factor. This fight is unwinnable for Kaho. Huntress dying in seconds, same for archers. Orcs just running over the poor young Night Elf who will surely find himself in the lower bracket. If it continues like this, Keeper of the Grove annihilated 4 and 3. And this was an early game.
Hi buddy, hope you are well. Moved from the city to a small town, so been busy but now back and settled in and excited to have time for watching some Warcraft.
That's great, thank you Zach. As the game is over, Lin takes the W again, 2-0. Clean as a whistle. There was not too much that Kaho was able to do against this, to be honest. Throughout the entire game. His expansion was cancelled twice. Then he tried to go into tier 3, but the next win condition was gutted as well, with the shop being down. And if you have Night Elf tier 3 and you don't have an orb, what the hell are you doing? Couldn't get it up. And yeah, with the Blade Master kill in the middle, didn't really matter that much. Lin is just terrifying. And then we might see him later. In the lower bracket, as the losers of the winner bracket semifinal have to play 2 matches today after a little break. Kaho would be playing Soin. No, Kaho would be playing Fortitude. Oi, 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 oi. The last human against the last night elf. Only one tribe can survive. Next up is Tidehunters. Yeah, you got those channel points in. And game 3 is starting. Man, this might be what is it? 40-minute best of 5? It's like happy territory. Glad to see so many of you tuning in early, everybody. Let's go tacos and Warcraft. Love me some tacos, mate. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Thank you, Zach. I hope the new flat is amazing. And the new city will have a warm welcome for you. Gotta do some clicking. And with that, our overlay is good to go. Lin 2, Kaho 0. This is how the matches between them often look. Lin against Night Elf is just a force to be reckoned with. Thankfully, we got 4 best of 5s, so this should be fine. Blade Master, Keeper. We stick with the Keeper craft. Thank you, buddy. You're always welcome if you ever come to the north of the Danish lands. Denmark is so small. Do you even have north, south, east, and west? Or is it just center? Nah, Denmark is quite awesome. GG. And that would put me closer to Dondolare, which is always good. And Knopf.
A player's forces are under attack.
Cow, what's the plan now? Demon Hunter Dryads didn't work. Keeper Hunt Expo didn't work. Maybe APs? Is he that desperate? It should be very easy to scout though on Tidehunters. It's not much room to grow APs. Seems like an Expo play again, huh? Blade Master starting out with the perfect items. You know, when you're in good shape and then Lady Luck blesses you as well. This is just the Lin life. Every single map he had perfect drops at the beginning. It's nuts. Winner bracket final is calling June Park and he answers. Mr. WC3 Happy, I am very, very pleased having received that email of yours this morning. Thank you. And yes, of course. So far, so standard. Nothing extraordinary to see here except the inventory, especially on Lin's side. We built a shop earlier this time. It's not Keeper expansion, it's Keeper tech. So a mix of the past two strategies then, I guess. Fingers crossed, Kaho. We want to see more. He was so phenomenal. Game 3 against 1-0 where it all turned around. With incredible fighting spirit, with incredible controls. He just has to do it again. He has proven that he can beat the undead in 1-0. Who then was eliminated from the tournament. Oh, Expo shutdown. Nice. And yeah, with 3 gloves and slippers, you can do the stutter stepping quite nicely, eh? Ching, ching, ching. The birds. Ah, he's alive. Of course, he gets the low roll. Oh man, Lynn's so lucky. Now the blade is here. Not to be underestimated either with claws, slippers, circlet. No way. Close to a 4-point surround, but Kaho gets out. For how long? Backstab. There's crit. Kaho playing with his life. And again, mid-game shutdown.
A player's forces are under
But there's no expo. No expo attempt. Just a brilliant Blade Master inventory paired with a brilliant Keeper inventory. And the tier 2 strats unfold. Raider Walker on Lynn's side. Shadowhunter out. Oh, everything is it's going according to plan. Flowchart gets checkmark after checkmark after checkmark. And I don't... Like, if you let Lynn do his thing, there's nothing that stops him. Hopefully focused and happy already. Could be an early play day for them. Keeper again, this time no TP. Demon Hunter hasn't arrived yet. He's still going for the fight, Cow. What are you doing? Incredibly desperate attempt. And a huge mistake. Running into... He didn't expect Hex, I guess? Game, set, match. Lynn with an easy task here today. Goes into the winner bracket final. Top 3 guaranteed. And it's all lining up to be Happy versus Lynn in that winner bracket final of the DWCC. Huge jump in prize money for Lynn as well. And Kaho not up to the task. I felt like he didn't start well with the Ancient of War loss on Echo Isles. Never able to recover. Then not getting a shop up on Autumn Leaves is also a huge mistake. And then, I mean, there was nothing today challenged Lynn.